Hey kids, are you planning on doing an event this year? kUCanEvents.com. kUCanEvent.com is the first place you want to go when organizing your conference or event. With kUCanEvent.com, attract sponsors within 4 days and watch your ticket sales take off by having your event showcased in virtual reality. Virtual reality. It's real. It's virtual. It's a reality. Available on your iPhone, laptop, or tablet. Share the vision of your event, and at the same time, you can get the best price for your venue rentals, furniture, catering, vendors, entertainers, and everything else that you need for your event. Clowns. No, not clowns. kUCanEvents.com. The first place you want to go when organizing your event or conference. All right, let's get to the show. Hey kids, Dean with Crypto the Wonder Dog. Hey, we just got off the video chat conference with Eiland from Kowala, Kowala.tech, and they've created money made for the real world with their token, and they also have a mining token where people can get involved with actually developing this token. The Kowala Protocol is a dual token system that consists of mining tokens and stable value payment tokens. So their token kind of stays with the dollar, and the website kind of explains a lot of this. But it was really great talking with Eiland. He's a very, very brilliant guy, very smart guy, way smarter than I deserve to be talking to. He did educate me a lot, and you could just tell he's just so smart, and I felt so dumb talking with him. But he was very, very gracious in kind of breaking things down to this simpleton. It's so cool talking with people from all over the world, even though he's a fellow American, but they're stable of very brilliant minds come from all over the world. And we kind of talked about how the Eastern Europeans seem to have a stronghold on this technology, and being the people bringing this technology to the masses, and also the fact that a lot of these guys are getting headhunted by other companies, being pilfered and taken away, and some of them even branching off on their own to create their own company. I guess that kind of comes with the territory. But what it seems to be is that there's a lack of talent in this gigantic world of opportunity for blockchain, creating tokens, or the business behind the tokens, and all those other things that I really can't talk on because I'm not that smart. But it's wonderful to be able to take this to you guys so you can listen to it, and if you so choose to get involved with, have the opportunity to see what they're doing. They seem to be following all of the proper channels of doing things, because I know that this wonderful SEC and the regulatory empowering bodies that be, they seem to make things very, very tough for people just to do same things that other countries seem to just go do it. Yeah, go have fun. There you go. And it looks like we're going to be bringing on some more sponsors here. If you are a company that is looking to put your name next to the Crypto the Wonder Dog brand and show, also the daily Block Bites presented by Dash. If you're looking to get involved with that, please get a hold of me. You can do it through CryptoTheWonderDog.com, or even through well, it's probably the best way to do it. Just CryptoTheWonderDog.com. Like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Send us a note, and everyone who sends notes gets a little goodie bag, digital goodie bag, that is. Shoot us your ERC20 wallet, and we'll make sure we pad it a little bit for you. Yeah, good talk with Eiland today. Here we go. This is the cool interview that we had. Thanks to my friend Sarah, who is, I met her through, I'm gonna pull this up. It's gonna take forever here. What happened here? Great radio right now, right? Sarah Moyer, she works with PR firm in New York, and she has been very gracious to introduce me to some cool cats, and throwing Eiland there at the top of that list of cool cats. So here's our talk with Eiland and Kowala Coin. You guys ready to start the show? All right, let's start the show. Hey kids, do you have photos on your phone that you haven't had a chance to make prints of yet? Do you have a bunch of photos on social media accounts that you just haven't got around to getting printed yet? But when you get that really perfect picture and you want to turn it into something really special that you can see every day, maybe like Uncle Phil at your son's bar mitzvah getting schnookered on the Manischewitz, well, turn that photo into a poster at posterburner.com. You can turn your photos into amazing prints. Just imagine walking into your room and seeing that perfect family photo of everyone on the beach in the white shirts and the blue jeans, because that hasn't been done before. Imagine turning your favorite vacation photo into a work of art on your wall, like Aunt Betty and her little tooth piece that she decided to break out for the summer. Or if you need to get a gift for your family and friends, there's nothing better, and there's nothing in the same price range that is going to be as impressive and as meaningful as a custom print. Posterburner.com. It's easy to use and it's affordable, and the quality is truly top notch. And being a photographer here in Southern California, they gave me the opportunity to upload one of my images of a beach here in Southern California. I did aerial photography of, and they made me a 24 by 36 inch print of that, and I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. And they make amazing posters. And when they say posters, they don't mean those flimsy toilet paper thickness, that gift wrapping paper thickness paper that you usually get when you buy a poster. This is super thick premium photo paper. And you can get your 24 by 36 movie poster size for under $20. That's right, under $20. That's less than the price of a movie. And they also make premium canvases, metal prints, decals, stickers, banners, and more. I went onto their site here, and if you type in posterburner.com/wonderdog, you're going to get your 10% discount right here. Boom, you got it. They have canvases, they have decals, they have banners, they have metal prints, which I've made several times. It's very impressive with a car on that. Ornaments, mouse pads, postcards, flyers, yard signs, and shirts. You get your custom-made Crypto the Wonder Dog shirt put right on there. And if you don't have anybody to make something for you, send your images over to the experts there at posterburner.com, and their graphic designers will create something amazing for you. Photo restoration. Take your old photos of that have been ripped up and shoved into coffee cans and shoe boxes and ripped off of pictures here and there, and get them turned back into something that you can appreciate and pass on for generations to come. Okay, go to posterburner.com/wonderdog today and get your additional 10% off your order. Not only that, but Posterburner is one of the first online merchants to accept Bitcoin. That's right, kids, Bitcoin. Break out your Bitcoin wallet and buy your poster today. That discount applies to everything they have to offer. Again, that's posterburner.com/wonderdog. Get it today. Get your poster up, and the first person to send in a picture of your poster from posterburner.com is going to get something really cool from the Wonder Dog. All right? Take a picture of it, post it on our tag us on Instagram, or just email it to me. It's fine. We'll put it on the show. Okay, here we go. All right, that's it. You guys ready to start the show? All right, let's get to the show. Okay, so Kowala and Money Made for the Real World. You got mining going on and stablecoin.
Right.
So hey, what? So we're just kind of we just roll into the show. We don't do any formal introductions. Because I do a pre-roll introduction anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So, but cool. Where am I calling you from? Where are you calling in from?
Right now, I'm in just north of Atlanta, Georgia, but I don't live here. I just happen to be down here because I'm picking my wife up, who has suffered an accident down here. So we're returning her back to Nashville, where we live.
Oh wow! Are you using a hotel? Is that a house? What is it? It looks very.
Oh, this is the house of my mother and father-in-law. So it's quite a beautiful and wonderful place to be.
It looks like
and
it.
And then we'll be returning to our much more humble digs here very shortly later this afternoon.
Okay. Well, I hope she's okay, man. But you know.
Yeah, it's bad leg break, so it's
man. Wow. Well, I guess it wasn't a skiing accident at this time of year, so.
No, it actually took place on the staircase right behind me.
No, did it? That's the scene of the crime, huh?
That's the scene of it right here. So you're witnessing it.
Wow. Okay. Well, I hope she's doing a lot better than.
Yes. Yeah. I was actually giving a talk down at the Bitcoin meetup in Atlanta when it happened. So
wow.
All crypto all the time.
All crypto all the time. What was going on in Atlanta? What was that?
We have some mining token holders and just some really good friends who've been in the Bitcoin and crypto community for forever.
Yeah.
Down here, and they had us come down to give a talk about what we were doing, just so that the Atlanta crypto community could ask a bunch of questions and hear from the horse's mouth, so to speak, of our protocol, what problems we're trying to solve, about our team, about the ups and downs. And then a lot of the guys also are either contemplating or have already started their own projects. So, exchange ideas, hang out, and be a part of the community. So that was what it was all about.
Wow. Okay. So was it a big show with a lot of people there?
It was a pretty good turnout, actually.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It was us, and it was me, and also the guys from Block Party, which is a New York-based ticketing and events-oriented blockchain. So those are great guys as well. So we had a chance to hang out before and after.
Yeah.
And it was really good. Yeah, there's a nice strong community here in Atlanta. Of course, you
have
BitPay here.
Oh.
BitPay is based here. You've got some other projects going on, and there's an effort underway right now to create a crypto incubator in Atlanta proper. So we're supporters of that in any way we can be. And I met with those guys again last night to see how they were doing.
Yeah. So an incubator, what would that be?
Just a place where, providing office space and camaraderie and maybe a little bit of financing for projects in the Atlanta area.
Okay.
As a way to stimulate the industry here in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Are you guys involved with that at all, or are you guys? You're not in?
Well, we're talking about it a little bit. We're talking about it a little bit. I had dinner with one of the guys last night, so we're talking about what our involvement might be. It might start off as just kind of doing a sort of something like a Shark Tank style, judging projects and helping to give feedback and so on, and then maybe move into something bigger. We'll have to see. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Where you're located in you're in Nashville, you said?
That's right.
Nashville.
Yes.
You get a lot of projects up there. Is there a little community growing up there?
Well, we have BTC Media. We have BTC Media there and all of their projects. We also have a group called Hash Health, another one called Briovation. There's a whole kind of cluster now of blockchain companies that are focused on healthcare because Nashville is such a big hospital and healthcare industry town.
Okay.
So it's actually a pretty thriving community, and with some key worldwide players located in Nashville. So as you well know, blockchain is still itself as an industry very decentralized.
Yeah.
On our team, our team is very decentralized. Most of our development team is actually in the UK and in Western Europe and Spain and Portugal.
Okay.
So we have a couple of people in Nashville, some key people, which is great. And we'll have to see how it works out over time, where we get these sort of geographic centers of gravity that develop, or whether we stay fully dispersed like this.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's like the whole name of the game is to stay dispersed, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's part and parcel. It's part and parcel of the entire industry and the mentality. But technology now allows you to be effective as a team, even though you might be in many different places. In fact, the biggest thing is not the geographic spread of our people, but it's the time zones. Time zones are the biggest. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are in Russia and the Ukraine, and so our times to talk are usually like really early in the morning or really late at night. For them to be convenient for them. So I get that. So what's going on with? Let's jump into the mining. I'm mining here. U.S. mining token.
Yeah. So I guess maybe for your viewers. Take on stable cryptocurrency.
Hold on, we lost
the idea.
First part of that. What did you say right there? As soon as you started talking, I just wanted.
Yeah, I was going to say. Okay. The first and foremost, to just sort of understand the project, what we're up to, what we're building, and why.
Okay.
We want to create a true stable cryptocurrency, and that is that a cryptocurrency that is fully decentralized and that is not asset backed. And so that's a big distinction between what we're doing and most of the other stable coin projects that are out there, even some of the big ones. To get that to work, we found that we have to create our own protocol coin, meaning its own blockchain. And we created two tokens. So on the one hand, we have the stable cryptocurrency. The first one is designed to track the value of $1.
Okay.
And then we have another token, which we call our mining token. And the mining token is used as really the stake that you use to stake a node in our proof of stake consensus protocol. So in other words, you need the mining token if you want to mine the stablecoin.
Oh, okay. So it goes hand in hand there. Okay. So we're looking at the screen right now. So we have money made for the real world. The Kowala Protocol is a dual token blockchain that is blazingly fast and lets you mint your own stablecoin. What tell us? What do you mean by mint your own stablecoin?
Yeah. So minting your own stablecoin, is that the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So essentially, since our stablecoin is not asset backed, that means there's no dollar bills or gold in some vault behind it. It operates like Bitcoin or Ether or other true cryptocurrencies. And that is, there's no asset behind it. It's really a combination of mathematics and market forces, right? You've got software and the marketplace. And that's what creates a true cryptocurrency. That gets you the decentralization and all the other wonderful things that we love about cryptocurrency. But there's a problem if you have too much volatility, which of course we have across the board in most cryptocurrency. So the trick is, how do you retain all of those benefits of cryptocurrency, the things that we love about cryptocurrency, and also get the stability? And that's where the dual token system comes from. So you've got, instead of trying to bake that all into one cryptocurrency, what we did is we split it apart in order to get the kind of behavior that we needed. And that behavior comes from the software on the one hand, but also the incentive structure. So the way that it works is the following. If you want to be a miner of the stablecoin, you've got to essentially purchase these mining tokens from our project, from Kowala. And then you can use those to stake your node. So this is a proof of stake consensus protocol.
Okay.
And you use the mining token to stake the node. Now, the mining token has a free floating value. It can go up and down. It can be volatile. And it also has a revenue component, meaning if you're mining, you stand the chance of having a revenue coming in for your mining activities in the form of block rewards. And that revenue comes in the form of newly minted stablecoin. Now, the stablecoin is not minted based on block times or anything like that. It's really minted based on market demand. So if the demand for the stablecoin increases, the price on the exchange increases slightly, and that then triggers an automatic increase in the number of stablecoins that are created. So it automatically will mint new stable cryptocurrency. to keep the supply in line with demand. And when that happens, those newly minted stable coins go out in the form of block rewards to the holders of those mining tokens who are mining and performing the work of the network.
Wow. And when you say mining, is this equipment based? Is this something that you guys are, how does the mining work?
The mining works like other proof of stake mining systems. So you don't really need very intense hardware. You don't need to expend dramatic amounts of money in the form of energy payment, right, for energy. But what you need is a steady internet connection, and you need access to be the miner. So you need the stake. And that's the difference in proof of stake versus proof of work. So you're able to get a lot of benefits from that if you have a proof of stake consensus protocol. One of the biggest ones is, as I just sort of alluded to, you can reduce your costs tremendously. So you're not competing to solve the block in the same way. You don't have that sort of arbitrary arms race that you might see with Bitcoin, for example, or Ether right now.
Yeah.
Instead, you have a kind of almost like a permissioned mining community. And since you don't have to compete in that way that you do on proof of work, you can get a much faster and much less expensive blockchain. So just to give you an idea, instead of having 15 transactions per second like you might find on Ethereum, we'd be looking at something along the 7,000 transactions per second at our
wow,
watch.
Holy cow, that's so crazy.
It's great, yeah. It's very important because if you produce a stable coin and you don't have the transactional throughput to support regular purchasing and trading behavior, then it's essentially useless. And this is one of the main reasons that we decided to go through the very arduous and lengthy task of building this from the ground up. So yeah.
Wow. And are you yourself like you come from tech background? Did you come from developing in Silicon Valley or anything like that?
I did, but I'm not a developer.
No?
So I'm probably a product and idea guy.
Yeah.
I guess is the best way to describe it. And I was very lucky. The first company that I started was when I was 23.
Wow.
It started in DC. It was a fintech company. We ended up moving it out to Palo Alto because we had some Stanford computer science professors who were on our advisory board. And there we did a CTO search, and we ended up hiring a guy named John Rotano. And that was in 1999. Maybe it was end of 98.
Wow.
So, there are times in life where you come across these guys or girls where you really meld, you really click, you have complementary skills,
yeah, and
you have similar worldviews, and everything kind of clicks. And that's how I would describe my relationship with John. And so he and I co-founded the company, this company. And so we work together as a team. He is a highly skilled software architect and engineer and so that's how we work. We're the team on the business and product side, and then on the software side.
Oh, and you guys are still working together?
Yeah, still working together after many, many, many years.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And where is he located?
He has just relocated to Nashville. I'm very excited about that.
Oh, really? So you guys just kind of migrated back to Nashville there, huh?
Yeah, he came, and he's never lived in Nashville before. He's from California.
Yeah.
But after many months, finally convinced him to come to Nashville.
Yeah.
So that we could work together every day.
Yeah, how's is it just sweaty and hot and humid out there as it is here in Southern California?
Well, I'm from Georgia originally, so we kind of come with some extra gills here beneath our ears, so that we can breathe humid summers.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just natural, but it may take him a little time to grow his gills.
It's tough, man. Because I am used to the dry heat out most of the places in Southern California, but this is almost like living in Miami the last couple of weeks here, and I'm in by Newport Beach, and it's ridiculous hot. So I
you have humidity right now too, or?
I'm just sitting here. I can't believe that I'm just dripping right now. It's 10 in the morning here. And it feels like it's 100 degrees right now. It's probably 75, but it feels like 100. It's ridiculous. So, so what from day to day, what do you guys You're working on this, and it's not launched yet, right? It's not, or has it? What's?
Yeah, we're about 98% of the way there, so
Yeah.
we're really excited about that. Our launch is imminent. We've been at this for about 2.5 years now, focused really intensely and heavily on this stablecoin build for probably the last 18 months or so. So we are nearing the finish line, which is very exciting for us. And so you'll see this out in the marketplace in the coming couple of months. So that's very exciting.
Is this an ICO type thing that's happening here?
Well, we have we are a U.S. based Delaware C corp.
Okay.
And our token business is actually it's a wholly owned subsidiary in the Cayman Islands.
Okay.
So we have to we have to be very careful that we follow securities regulations and so forth in the United States, which, as you know, is a kind of the ground has been shifting constantly.
Oh yeah.
Sort of beneath our feet. So we do have a roster of token holders. And we do have a plan. We're committed to having a decentralized network, which means we have lots and lots of owners. And the money dispersed across the population. So we have a plan of action to put that into place, which we're very excited about. But I am restricted immensely from talking about it. So
okay,
I would suggest
that
many of your listeners who might be interested in this sort of thing pay close attention to our website and close attention to our Telegram channel to kind of stay tuned with what's going on.
Okay, all right. And on your Kowala site here, we're kind of cruising through your team here, and John, that's your buddy, right?
That's right. Yes.
Okay, that's the guy you've been connected with for many years.
That's correct. Yeah.
And Paul, Ricardo. And do you have a nice little set of advisors here, or what? Are you guys looking for anybody at this point, or you got your whole team set?
Yeah, so we're always hiring developers, especially, and we think we're going to be hiring some more, filling out our biz dev team a lot over the coming months as well.
Yeah,
we've seen a large interest from companies across the world in different markets, ranging from Japan to Mexico, Latin America, Eastern Europe, who are very interested in our protocol. So most of that code is online, and so it's been vetted by lots of really great companies, and now we're already in talks with many of those parties around the world about additional what we call kCoins. These are other stable cryptocurrencies that are designed to track these other fiat currencies. So what we see happening is a rapid expansion of this the Kowala universe of these coins, hopefully taking place towards the end of this year, 2018.
Okay.
Our development team is extraordinary.
Yeah, it looks like you have a great team there, man.
Yeah, I mean, they are a group of relatively like-minded, incredible developers. So we're very lucky. Yeah. I think it was also good that we have been at this for quite some time. So we, as things heated up, we were able to get out there and find some really talented individuals who we could bring on board. Paul Fox is our lead developer. This is an extraordinary human being. Very unique in terms of intelligence, skills, and mentality. Yeah. And it's really been Paul and John who have assembled this really great cast of experts and have worked them towards nearing the finish line. As I said, Paul puts it, when we talk about what we're building, he often says, we're doing science. We're creating new things that have not existed before. Yeah. And so I would, for the more technically minded of your viewers, I would encourage them to check out our GitHub and really dig into some of this code. It's very exciting, some of the problems that we're having to solve in order to create this decentralized cryptocurrency. And we think that some of the components, like, for example, what we're doing to create a decentralized oracle, are going to be useful across the board. Also, our particular integration of the Tendermint consensus protocol into a fork of the Ethereum code base is something that's kind of new in the world too, the way that we've done that. So we hope that a lot of the innovations that we've had to create in order to create this product will be useful for the community and help us to build it out even more rapidly.
Wow. Where do you find that most of the these brilliant minds, where are they coming from right now? I know that Eastern Europe seems to be kind of a hotbed, but is that what you're finding too?
Our last hire is from Moscow,
Okay.
but for us, we have built this team mostly in Western Europe, and that's really just a factor of organic growth, right?
Yeah.
So we found Paul, and in Paul we found a like-minded individual who far exceeded our desires in terms of ability, and then he's had to develop his team. So in order to attract really, really strong developers in a market like this, they've got to care about the project.
Yeah.
It's got to be something they're interested in. Money's not enough. No. Everybody has money to throw at these guys. They have to also like the rest of the team, and because Paul is in the London area, he also self-selected for other people that are in the time zones that are good for working.
Yeah.
And so we just sort of developed organically in that way. So I think that the key for us, looking back on it, really is starting off with John and Paul, and then they are able to attract the other talent that we needed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do notice that. Like you said, it's a lot of Eastern European people are the technology, the education over there must be just crazy for this amount of talent to be coming out of that part of the world.
Yes, that it's Eastern Europe. The Russians, they are smart people. Smart and resourceful people for sure.
Yes.
And if you think about it, if you're living in a place that may not be, let's say you're living in a part of Russia, for example, that's not even a metropolitan area or something. One of the things that's great about software development is that if you are a smart guy or girl, you can get yourself educated on your own.
Yes.
And develop the skills that are valuable to companies around the world. And you throw a cryptocurrency into the mix, and international payment networks and so forth, and all of a sudden you can be anywhere in the world and have a really high-paying job and make contributions to an industry like blockchain or cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
From anywhere. So that's kind of cool.
Is there a lot of people being pilfered from other companies that maybe somebody hears about a great coder that he's being sought after by other headhunters to jump ship and go to other companies?
Absolutely. Our team is constantly, people are constantly trying to lure them away.
Really?
So, yeah. So that's just part of it. So this is why those relationships, the commitment to the project itself is really, really important. I'm happy to report that the only developer that we have lost was because he went to do his own project. So all of the others have been with us through thick and thin.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's about the project, it's about the people, and it's about the culture. So these things are not necessarily always easy to maintain, especially with people dispersed around the world. So one of the things that we've tried to do to make sure that we stay on the same page is to bring everyone together, every month or two, every 2 or 3 months, I should say.
Really? Come together.
So that we can hang out, have fun, solve that's where the big problems get solved as well, and continue to build those relationships.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you get nothing like the face-to-face type thing that you get. You can't do everything over Skype or Zoom like we're doing here. But
that's right.
Yeah, you got to have that one-on-one, man.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what was your first experience with blockchain? I know you were working in Silicon Valley in the early days. So, how did you hear about blockchain or the technology, or was it Bitcoin first? What was that?
Yeah, so it was Bitcoin first. Okay. So I've had a very strong interest in financial technology from the beginning, as you can probably tell from that first company. It's not my only interest. I'm one of these guys who's plagued by being interested in everything,
Yeah.
But if you have the interest that I have, you see that money technology essentially can be a force to empower people in all kinds of ways around the world. So I am a free market capitalist. I believe in individuals being able to pursue their own interests.
Yes.
And that the the greater good for all is achieved in that way. And you have a lot of places in the world where there are arbitrary kind of obstacles for people to connect to the global economy. So when Bitcoin came out, I read the white paper and I was absolutely blown away. It was kind of, it was the type of thing that I had solved a lot of the problems that I was personally concerned about. John had also, as I said, we're kind of two sides of the same coin in a way.
Yeah.
He had a lot of interest in as well. He created his first cryptocurrency in 2013.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was focused on privacy, and so we had a little friendly debate going on after that. And I said, that's the wrong thing to focus on. I don't think privacy is the number one, because I think instead you got to focus on whatever, we have to answer the following question. Here we are. We think this is an incredible technology, but now by the time we had that conversation, it was late 2015. And I said, why this technology is amazing, but why is nobody using it? From calling it? Why are our family members not using it? What's going on? There's something that's blocking adoption. If we can answer that, then we can really push this entire thing forward dramatically. And so what we did is we said, hey, I won the argument, by the way. I said we should focus on solve not on privacy, but we should really focus on removing whatever these obstacles are to mass adoption.
Yeah.
And so when we looked at it and examined it, we said, okay, well, you've definitely got the volatility is definitely a problem. I felt from the beginning, I read the first page of the Bitcoin white paper, got really excited about having a trustless, payment mechanism. But then by the time I got to the block reward algorithms, I realized, maybe not the first time I read it, but very soon after, that I didn't think this was ever going to actually become a means of payment for daily transactions.
Yeah.
And it just has to do with the structure of Bitcoin. You've got an asset that's going to tend to gain value over time because of the limited supply, assuming that the demand stays the same or increases. So that was one of the big issues. But another one was distribution. I mean, it's still actually not very easy to get your hands on cryptocurrency. People are confused by it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we already touched on another one of the big problems, and that is the speed of blockchains.
Yes.
It's been absolutely miserable.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like dial-up or something.
Kind of is, yeah.
Dial-up is just ridiculous. You try to download one image, still image, and you're sitting there watching it fill out line by line.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to achieve mass adoption, really help trigger mass adoption of cryptocurrency, we said, okay, we've got to work on some of these issues. And so we started chipping away at that. And then over time, we realized that volatility was number one. And so we decided to focus primarily on solving that volatility issue.
Yeah.
And as a secondary issue, we had to really create a stable coin that had a blockchain that was fast enough to handle some, enterprise grade level of transactional throughput.
Yeah.
So that's how we ended up where we are today.
Okay, so you see this as more. I'm just asking you. Do you see this as like a point of purchase type of a coin where you can go somewhere, you buy something, boom, and it's almost like swiping on a credit card?
Absolutely. We're trying to create a product for real people around the globe.
Yeah.
That allows them to do things today that they can't do. And we think that cryptocurrency should be the primary form of payment that people use for everyday transactions. Because it can be very fast. It can be practically free, and it can be super secure, and it can be totally decentralized. So these are things that are game changers. People don't think about this all the time, but if you start to examine what the implications of a network like that might be for all kinds of things, for as I said, economic opportunity for people around the globe, but also political structures. The types of things that you might be able to get away with as a leader of country and so forth. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of ramifications that that we would like to see happen in the world. And so that's exciting for us. We think of ourselves as building out a key piece of infrastructure that's needed for the industry. And that's really exciting for us. We want to complete that piece of infrastructure. And then on top of that, we think that, a lot of the business models, plans, and opportunities for other projects can be built. So that's what we're up to. But we see a much broader blockchain world developing, like a lot of people do in our industry.
Yeah.
But we have to have these fundamental pieces of infrastructure in place in order for those next steps to occur.
Yeah,
I think the big thing for 2018 and 2019 is to see a lot of these ideas and projects and so forth actually come to fruition, so that we have products and services that are blockchain based, that are real people can use, real people primarily for us, and then also businesses and so forth start to use, right? We still don't really have that today.
No, we don't. I know you that you don't really touch on the prices of things. One other question I wanted to ask you. I know that when you said that it follows the dollar. I'm not. I host the show and everything, but I don't know a whole lot about this stuff. I'm still learning. So on Tether, what is the difference between what your coin does and Tether?
Yeah, so Tether is an asset-backed stablecoin.
Okay.
The idea behind it's like an IOU or like a casino chip. So let's just say you go to the casino and you give them $100 bill or something. They're going to give you casino chips worth $100. You go out there, hopefully you don't lose them all, and you have something to come back to the cashier.
Yeah.
You give them whatever you have left,
and
they're going to exchange that back for dollars for you. If let's say you're in Vegas, that's the Tether model. Meaning, the idea is send us dollars. We're going to stick those in a vault. We're going to then issue cryptographic tokens that are backed by those dollars. And anytime in the future that you want your dollar back, just come back to us and give us the token. I mean, that's sort of the idea.
Okay.
Then that's really powerful. That's sort of, to us, we think that's the first obvious step for stable cryptocurrency. You just have an asset-backed stable coin.
Yeah.
The problems with it, though, it's centralized,
It's centralized.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's centralized. There's supposedly you've got this vault, let's say, with these dollars in it, and there's a party there who's responsible for managing that. That's a little dangerous if you're susceptible to the whims of governments, for example. You're susceptible to restrictions from banks.
Okay.
And you also have to trust. You have to trust the purveyors of this stable cryptocurrency, or this stable coin, I should say, stable digital money, that they're not going to pilfer, the real dollars that are in the vault, or that they can protect it from invaders of different stripes who are trying to get at that big pile of money.
I bet.
So we see that as an obvious and first step, but what we're doing is fundamentally different. We don't have any assets backing our stable cryptocurrency. Again, it's just like Bitcoin. Its value comes from mathematics and market forces, period. So that we think is very advantageous, because you can have all of the decentralization of cryptocurrency and yet still have something that has a stable value. And that is very, very valuable and in terms of a means of payment. Now we can actually realize the promise of the Satoshi white paper, and have the cryptocurrency, but have it be stable enough and fast enough for everyday use.
Wow. Well, that's a great explanation, because I was kind of confused on the Tether thing itself, wondering how it stayed so level with a dollar, and wasn't really sure on those things. I don't know if you can hear the trash truck in the background over here.
Yeah, I had some noise in the background too.
Did you hear that? The beep beep.
Soldier on.
Yeah, that's great for a show.
Yeah.
Have the trash truck come and bang the trash cans around early in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's next for you guys? What's going on? You said you're really close to doing this. You said 95%. What happens after that?
So we have some exchanges that have already begun to agree to list the stablecoin. So we're really excited about that. One of them is X-Rates, another one is Right BTC, and we're in active talks with many, many others right now. So that's very exciting as we approach the launch of this stablecoin. We're also working with, as I mentioned earlier, lots of organizations around the world, from top major international corporations down to more regional players in the form and mobile telephony and payment networks and so on. So you're going to see over the coming months the launch of kUSD, which we're very excited about, and also the announcement of lots of partnerships for the distribution of kUSD on different exchanges and platforms, and also other of these stable cryptocurrencies to fill out this ecosystem. So we're drinking from a fire hose right now. In addition to that, we have a partnership that we can't quite announce yet, which has to do with how we're going to get widespread ownership of those mining tokens.
Okay.
So we're working feverishly on that. There are a lot of I's to dot and T's to cross, because we, as an organization, we try to be very, not really conservative, but we try to anticipate what the regulators want. We want to build something that's useful for people, right? In order to create something that's useful and that has staying power, you have to navigate the regulatory world, the business world, the crypto world, and so forth. So, and really excited about some incredible partners we have with household names, that are going to be announced very soon. Wow,
that's very cool, man. Do you guys are you guys doing like an airdrop or anything like that? Is that
we had a strong desire to do an airdrop, and that was our plan for a long period of time, of the mining tokens especially. Our law firm essentially told us we couldn't do it. Forget it.
Really? They can't do
that? For regulatory reasons. Which is a shame. So what we did is we had the reason we were very excited about an airdrop was because again, we're committed to this very broad ownership of our network. Mm-hmm. But we also want to be mindful of securities regulations in particular. And so we're not able to do an airdrop at this particular time. Okay. But we do have we do have plans to get these mining tokens into the hands of lots and lots of people. We have worked on a very, very clear pathway to get to that point from a regulatory and legal standpoint. Mm-hmm. And so we are pursuing that aggressively. So we're hoping that by the end of 2018, the mining tokens, the ones that give you essentially the ownership of the network and the right to mine, we're hoping those are going to be available to every human being on Earth. And we have a pathway to get there. Yeah. We're not there yet. So we have a pathway. so we're excited about that.
Yeah. Well, how can our you said that you have a Telegram page that people can get involved with you there. Yes. Where else? We're obviously going to have these in the show notes here, but just talking. Where else can people get involved with you?
They can follow us on all the typical social media. I guess a great place to start is really our website, kowala.tech, which is KOWALA.tech, TECH. Okay. And from there, of course, they can get on the Telegram channel. They can follow us on Twitter and so forth. They can see a lot of the articles about our company and others that we've contributed to. And they can see videos of talks and so forth, and really get to know our team, our technology. Again, for the more technically minded of your listeners, they can dive into the code. They can communicate with our dev team directly by joining the testnet. They can actually get onto the network and spin up a node and the testnet at least. Okay. Take it for a drive. The coin faucet and play around with the technology.
Okay. You can get your free coins for the testnet using the faucet and sending kUS via the console. So this is all that these tech guys, they understand what all this stuff is, right?
That's right. Yes.
Okay,
cool. That's their playground.
So, is it? Okay.
That's available for anyone to go in and look around and knock around.
Okay. Yeah, we're showing that right now, and then you got obviously you got your GitHub, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Telegram on here. Very cool, man. Well, it's been great talking with you, man. We just kind of learned about you just recently, And I'm glad we had the opportunity to talk here. I want to get involved with this, and definitely want to get our listeners involved with it, because it sounds like a lot of fun and very stable.
Yeah, it's a really good time for your listeners to get on and get involved with our company.
Yeah.
Again, I'm talking in these mysterious ways.
Yeah.
But
I get it. Yeah.
It's a really good time to investigate what we're doing, to get involved, to learn about what we're doing, because there are going to be opportunities for businesses and others who are interested in owning cryptocurrency, people who are interested in mining in a way that's really simple, people who are interested in stablecoin. And so, I think that there's a really great reasons for people to check us out, to follow us, and to engage with our team over these social media channels and otherwise coming up. Yeah, wow. Some cool stuff coming out soon.
Okay, well, I'll make sure that we stay abreast of what's happening there with Kowala and the mining tokens and everything. So, take care of yourself. Take care of your wife. I don't know if you guys are flying back home or you're going to take a drive.
Oh, it'll be a drive. It'll be a drive back, yes.
Is it a drive? Is it a close drive, at least?
It's 4 or 5 hours, depending.
All right. Okay. It's like going to Vegas from here. All right.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Yeah.
Not quite as exciting, but yes.
Yeah. Probably not as hot either as driving the Mojave.
Yeah. We want to thank you very much for having us on today, and look forward to other opportunities in the future as we can be more open about things. And especially if everything is out there in the marketplace. We'd love to follow up with you again.
Well, come back on anytime. You'll stay in touch, and we'll have you guys back on, and maybe give a chance to throw some of these tokens out to people and have fun with something. All right.
Yeah, we'd love to be involved with that. Thank you so much.
Good talk, man.